Joining me on the panel is Joseph Hoover. He's a cricket writer and journalist. Rajalakshmi Joshi, journalist and columnist, also joins us on the platform. Rahul Ishwar, known activist, is also part of our debate today. Rajalakshmi, let me start by asking you a very simple question. Obviously, the statements which were made by Muralitharan about a decade ago cannot be just simply slipped under the carpet. His support for the government and the elimination, of the LTT and the minority community in Sri Lanka is well documented. And now when the biopic is being made, obviously there is a conspiracy and there is a controversy around it. And he's obviously not happy that perhaps its prospects may be diluted as a result of this controversy. Your thoughts?
Very good afternoon, Vineet. And this is again, is an unfortunate controversy, I would say. Muralitharan is a very well-known cricketer, a legendary one, I would say. And he has made it very clear that he himself is also a victim of, whatever tragedies have happened in Sri Lanka. And he definitely is not in favor of any of the killings of the Tamils. But at the same time, I would also like to ask, few questions to those people who are questioning, this biopic. That these very people, they have gone ahead and, they have appointed Muralitharan as the coach. So what happened to their righteousness at that time? So what happened to, those feelings of what exactly happened to this controversy at that time? Why didn't they think about all of this at that time? If an actor cannot portray him, and if a biopic cannot be made on him, then he shouldn't be a part of any IPL that is a part of India. And that also the funder is the Maran brothers. So then that is again politically motivated, you could say. So what I would say that this is purposely an issue, a non-issue that is being made into an issue by some vested interests, definitely. And I think we should learn to differentiate between the entertainment part of it, that is a biopic which needs to be told. He is a legendary cricketer and with record-breaking achievements. So his story needs to be told without looking at it as if he is supporting any genocide of any kind. This is what I would say. And the very people who are opposing him are the ones who went and met Mr. Rajpaksha, when in 2013. So what happened to them at that time? Why did they meet him? I mean, it is okay for them to have ties with whoever they want, but then when they feel it convenient, they start raising questions. So this is a holier than thou attitude that they are taking up, which I think is very unfair on Muralitharan. I don't think that this is a very right controversy to rake up at this point.
Okay.
It will only backfire against them.
Okay, Rajalakshmi, obviously the atmosphere when it comes to Tamil Nadu in terms of the elections is also hotting up. We have seen if Sushant Singh Rajput can become an issue in Bihar elections, then definitely anything can become an issue even in Tamil Nadu elections. People are looking for flashpoints, and people are looking for pivots, to carry their political and their election agendas upon.
Yeah, like I was saying, this seems to be something like they are, see, the DMK, I have observed that they keep coming up with these political stunts. Like they have this anti-Hindu sentiments being raked up by, even during the NEP, and even whether it was during the, these common entrance tests, and even, whether it is about the second capital. Every time, and during this Ram Janmabhoomi, the Bhumi Pujan, at that time also they came up with this thing about Ram and Ravan. So they keep raking up some controversy or the other, hoping to get some political mileage. So this is what I feel. See, otherwise, he's such a legendary figure, Muralitharan. And to tell you very frankly, now putting aside, the civil war that had happened in Sri Lanka, which was a very unfortunate part of their history. Now, I personally have met, His Excellency Sri Rajpaksa. I have met him, and when he was in Delhi a couple of years ago. So at that time, he has made it very clear that he has visions of putting behind the civil war of the past, and then he wants to take forward the Indo-Sri Lanka relations, and he has very positive and he has a very good vision for both the countries. So I think that we should look at it positively, and like Rahul was saying, and even like Mr. Joseph was saying, that we should, I think that we should take it all positively and look at Muralidharan as this unifying figure who can actually be a symbol of Indo-Sri Lanka relations, because he is definitely an Indian by origin, a Tamilian by origin, and at the same time he is a proud Sri Lankan. He has done such a magnificent contribution to Sri Lankan cricket. So, the fact of a biopic being made in India should have been a matter of pride for everybody. That this is a person whom we both can claim, both the countries can claim that okay, he is somebody that is he is part of us. So instead of that, they are coming up with this silly controversy just for some political gains. This is what I feel. So this is an unnecessary controversy, and like I said, it will backfire against them, because everyone can see through this. These are shallow controversies. They don't have much mileage, definitely.
There have been actors who have played Genghis Khan, who have played Hitler, people who have played Idi Amin, and in fact Forrest Whitaker got an Oscar for playing Idi Amin. It doesn't mean that they are affiliated or support that character in any which way. It is their profession, it is their vocation, and in fact they are employed for that. Let's keep the politics and entertainment away from each other.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, I was just going to make that point. You have had so many movies made on gangsters. You've had movies made on underworld dons, and they go on to become such super hits. And the filmmakers make money out of that. So instead, so if you can celebrate, or you can look at that as entertainment, I think that this is something that needs to be celebrated. Like, both my honorable co-panelists have been saying, Mr. Rahul and Mr. Joseph, that, he needs this, Muralidharan is somebody who needs to be celebrated. And if actor Vijay is, he is able to do justice to that role, so then, this will be something like I was saying, this will be something for celebration for both India as well as Sri Lanka. So, this, and that also being made in so many different languages. This will be something that can inspire youngsters to go against all odds and emerge as a champion. So instead of celebrating movies about gangsters, instead of celebrating movies about people who have been on the wrong side of life, so instead of that, I think this will be a good inspiration to people who, for people who might want to take up sports also, as well as for people who can look at it as how to go beyond odds, and how to, when you are faced with some challenge, find your own way and get out of it and still emerge a winner. I think that, this is such a beautiful example for that. So instead of looking at that, I think that it will be wrong if, on the other hand, actually such a controversy will help also, build up some kind of a popularity, some kind of a PR for the movie also, because even before the shooting has started, we all know about the movie right now. So, in a way it is helping also. So, like I said, it's backfiring against the people who were trying to stop it actually. So, it's ridiculous in that way also.
Absolutely.